Coulter, of course, the best-selling author. You can get her latest book, Resistance is Futile. A lot of other great books that are very relevant now, like Demonic and a whole bunch of them. And get her column. A new one comes out tonight. Go to AnnCoulter.com. And make sure you follow her on Twitter. Great tweets all day long. Ann Coulter at Twitter. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Mark Simone?
I don't know. You know, have you seen what's going on in New York City? Crime is back. It's everywhere. What are we going to do about this crazy mayor and this crazy governor?
No, it's pretty bad. And somebody was remarking on Twitter, I hope this isn't true, that usually when the elites come under, are subjected to crime themselves, they will vote for a tough-on-crime mayor. I hope that's true. The remark on Twitter was, no, too many blue-collar workers have already fled, and middle-class workers or people have fled New York, and the rich will just rely on their doorman. I don't think I really believe that. As long as there is a decent law and order candidate, I think New York can be saved. But yeah, it's pretty bad. You can't go to gyms, you can't go to yoga studios, and you can't really walk on the street because of the crime.
Yeah, so a great law and order candidate can fix this, but the election's a year and a half from now. What's going to happen in the next year and a half? And all these people fled, and what happens to our tax base? It's gone.
I know. I wonder if they're going to come back from the Hamptons at the end of the summer, or if it's just going to remain a ghost town.
Well, according to numbers available, most of them have registered their kids in the Hampton schools. They're staying there. Now, for people that say, who needs those rich people? Well, that little 1% pays like 62% of the tax in New York. So.
Right. Though if you're confident that New Yorkers will respond in force to what a disaster de Blasio has made of the city and elect, whenever it happens, a mayor that is the molecular opposite of de Blasio, now would probably be a great time to buy real estate.
Oh, yeah, no, everybody. That's why Facebook just bought the Farley building, that old post office. A lot of people are going to come in and scoop up this real estate at half price. A lot of people are worried that the Chinese will come in and buy up everything. So far, it's the tech companies. But
I prefer the Chinese.
Well, all right. But what about if you're a school kid and these kids who went through a crazy end of the school year, and now this coming year they may be at home, they may be wearing masks, they may be distanced. Are we going to raise a really traumatized generation, even worse than this one?
Well, given what they're teaching in the schools, this could be our best generation.
Oh. Okay.
I'm really torn by this. I mean, I think the science doesn't seem to demand that kids not go to school. I'm kind of thinking right now, and I should warn you, I'm not a scientist, but it looks like, first New York gets hit now, obviously the hardest and the worst, because, as your listeners know, Cuomo sent the COVID patients to the nursing homes. So New York, just massive through-the-roof deaths, and then it levels out and pretty much ends. Then the states that were not hit hard at first, they go up, then they level out. Pretty much the same thing in Sweden. Well, Italy would be like the equivalent of New York. Massive deaths at first, then bam, nothing. Sweden never closed up, went for herd immunity. I bet you by the end of the year, by population, they roughly have the same number of deaths as every place else. So, you look at this and get the sense that, like termites, COVID is going to kill certain people. It's just going to kill them, whether it kills them now or it kills them a month from now or 3 months from now. And others won't be killed. I don't know if you know, termites only like a certain kind of wood. One of the many advantages of old houses, by the time you buy an old house, if it's still standing, you're never going to have a termite problem. They've eaten all the wood they like. There's some woods they apparently don't care for. And I sort of feel like COVID's like that, and the opening, closing, and so on and so forth really doesn't make that much of a difference. Masks are good because they can prevent you from getting sick. Nobody wants to get sick, even if you're not going to die. And as you know, I'm a huge mask proponent long before COVID came along.
Oh yeah, that's right. You always wore masks on planes.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. I'm sort of torn now because I hate the bossiness of these liberals acting like. I mean, it's almost identical to their demands that we say Black Lives Matter and white lives don't. They're just so bossy about these things, and it has to be mandated. Well, I don't think it should be mandated. But I mean, unless you're a store, obviously stores are going to do it. But I have to say, I'm a huge fan of masks because I don't do any of the other stuff like wipe down the tray table and the airline seat, because the way viruses get into you is through your nose and mouth, and what you notice when you wear a mask is how much you touch your face without realizing it. So as long as it can't get into your nose and mouth, you're 90% of the way there. You don't need to be wiping things down or wearing gloves.
No, you can go out and touch everything and get it all over your hands. That's fine. Just don't touch your face and wash your hands for 30 seconds when you come home, and you'll be fine. So, but you're right. These liberals, you see them on Facebook and everything. First of all, almost everybody's wearing a mask. That's not a problem. But they put these posts up. Wear your mask. Don't be selfish. Wear a mask. It's like those AIDS ribbons from years ago. Like you're a villain if you're not wearing one. Those little red AIDS ribbons. They really latch on to symbols, don't they?
Yes. There was a horrible video going around Twitter. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's really horrible. Any human who would be unkind to a dog, a child, or an old person, I think is a psychopath who should be locked up. But in this case, the old person, I don't even know her name, but she'll go unnamed. What started it all was the stupidest Karen maneuver. She was in an older lady, and no, she shouldn't have been beaten up for it. It's a horrible thing. Again, the attacker's a psychopath. She's in a FedEx wearing a mask, and between each one of the machines, I mean, a lot of stores are doing this, and great, good for them, are these huge plastic walls. And she's wearing a mask, so she's like 3 yards away from a woman at the next copy machine. Yeah. She's wearing a mask, but the woman at the other machine has her mask pulled down. She has her mask, but it's pulled down slightly. And the older lady harangues the other lady to pull your mask up. Well, the older lady is one of the aforementioned psychopaths and beat the crap out of this poor old lady. But that's the sort of thing I'm talking about being crazy. Yeah.
And when you wear the mask, don't have it pulled down like Dr. Fauci does all the time.
Right. But it seems to me we could get back to an awful lot of things, including sports, if everyone would just wear a mask. We would be like the Koreans, wear masks all the time, at least until. Did you see this new study? There's a great. I hope this works out. But I forgot which one it is. Some major pharmaceutical company has this idea that instead of waiting for the vaccine, what they'll do is just inject the antibodies directly. The way the vaccine works is they inject something. Yeah,
some people think that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get a new shot every, 2 or 3 months, but still, if it works, that could be coming really soon. You don't have to worry about the effects, because what the vaccine does is they put something that looks like the virus into your body and waits for your body to create the antibodies. So how about you just put the antibodies, which are safe, straight in? That would be great, because this shutdown...
I hate to say we're out of time, but very good point. That could be coming very soon. Hey, get Ann Coulter's book, Resistance is Futile. Also, I like Demonic. That's a good book to read right now. And what else?
Oh, boy, is it.
Yeah. Go to anncoulter.com. You can get the books there. And just follow her on Twitter. Great stuff on Twitter all day. New column comes out tonight. And a lot of great stuff on the website, anncoulter.com. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone.
All right, take care.